Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, tilted your head slightly, and felt like something was simply off, yet you could never quite explain what it was? You are doing everything right, dressing beautifully, taking care of your skin, staying active, and still, your reflection seems to quietly whisper a story that feels older than your true spirit. The hidden truth is this: it is rarely your face that is betraying you, it is your hair. And what is even more surprising is that some of the most common, everyday hairstyle habits, the very routines you have trusted for decades, might actually be adding 5, 10, or even 15 invisible years to your appearance without you ever realizing it. In today's essential video, we are uncovering 10 powerful hairstyle mistakes that women over 65 often make, classic errors that instantly age your look, weigh down your features, and hide your natural glow. But here is the truly exciting part. For every single mistake, there is a simple, elegant, and instantly effective fix that can make you look fresher, softer, and visibly younger almost overnight. And I ask you to stay with me, because mistake number 7 is the one most women never suspect in a million years. Yet it is one of the biggest hidden reasons they look older than they feel. It is a subtle shift in perception that changes everything. Let us begin this transformative journey together. 1. The flat, lifeless hair trap. One of the most silent and persistent age-adding mistakes is wearing your hair too flat against your head. As we gracefully age, our hair naturally loses volume, density, and that youthful spring it once had, which means styles that looked sleek and sophisticated 20 years ago can now appear lifeless, heavy, and draining. Flat hair does not simply lack movement. It actively drags your entire facial expression downward, visually emphasizing sagging, deepening shadows, and making your features look permanently tired or severe. But here is what so many women do not realize: volume is not actually about having thick hair. It is entirely about creating the clever illusion of lift and lightness. Even the finest, thinnest hair can look full, bouncy, and vibrantly youthful when styled with the right techniques. The fix is subtle yet remarkably powerful. Introduce soft face framing layers, create gentle lift at the crown, and avoid overly heavy lengths that pull everything down. You do not need dramatic teasing or complicated styling tools. Just a little strategic elevation in the right places can completely change how your face is framed and perceived by others. Think of volume as light scaffolding for your features. When your hair lifts even slightly, your eyes appear more open, your cheekbones seem more defined, and your entire energy shifts. And this leads directly into our next critical mistake. Because sometimes, the problem is not just about how flat your hair is. It is about exactly where it sits on your face and how that placement alters your natural bone structure. 2. The wrong hair length that drags your face down. Many wonderful women hold on to the same hair length for decades, genuinely believing that consistency equals elegance and sophistication. But here is the hidden truth that stylists wish every woman over 65 knew. The wrong length can quietly, steadily pull your entire face downward, exaggerating every natural age-related change from jowls to fine lines. Hair that falls at an unflattering point, especially right at the jawline without texture, or below the shoulders without any internal shape, can make your face appear heavier, wider, and significantly less defined than it truly is. This happens because hair creates visual weight. When that weight sits at the wrong horizontal line, it competes with your features instead of enhancing them. The key insight is not that you must go short. The real secret is to go strategic. The ideal length should complement your face's natural geometry, not fight against it. Softly structured cuts that gently lift around the cheekbones or taper softly below the chin can instantly create a more youthful, lifted balance. You want the eye to travel upward, not down. But here is where most people make a second mistake without even realizing it. Even if the length is technically correct for your face shape, the texture of that length can completely ruin the effect. Hair that is one heavy blunt block from top to bottom, no matter the length, will always look more aging than a shorter, more thoughtfully shaped cut. And this misunderstanding leads perfectly into our next major pitfall: the illusion of perfection. 3. Overly stiff set hairstyles. There was a time decades ago when perfectly set, helmet-like, unmoving hair was considered the absolute definition of polished beauty. But today, those overly stiff hairstyles can instantly add years to your appearance the moment you walk into a room. Why does this happen? Because stiffness removes softness. And softness is the visual equivalent of youth. Hair that does not move, sway, or respond to light looks unnatural, dated, and frankly, harsh against mature skin. When your style is frozen in place, it creates a rigid, unforgiving frame around your face. Instead of softening fine lines and blending shadows, it highlights every single imperfection. And here is the irony that hurts the most. The more perfect and immovable your hairstyle looks, the older it makes you appear. Perfection in this context reads as effort and age. The modern ageless secret to youthful hair is movement. Gentle, effortless, natural flow. Soft waves, relaxed bends, and a touch of imperfection bring life, energy, and light back into your entire look. Even a slight curve at the ends of your hair can make a dramatic, visible difference. Think of it this way. Youth is never stiff. Youth is fluid, breezy, slightly imperfect, and full of natural energy. Your hair should whisper movement, not shout control. But there is another hidden detail that most people completely overlook in their daily routine. And it sits right at the front of your face, touching your skin every single day, either helping you or silently hurting you. 4. Ignoring face framing layers. This might be one of the most underestimated and overlooked mistakes of all time. The front section of your hair, the delicate pieces that actually touch your face and surround your eyes, cheeks, and jaw, has an extraordinary power. It can either soften your entire look, blurring imperfections and highlighting your best features, or it can make your face appear harsh, wide, and significantly more aged. Many women keep this crucial area blunt, heavy, or completely untouched by scissors for years. But here is the truth. Without soft, thoughtful face framing layers, your natural features lose definition. Your face can appear wider or more tired because there is no graduation of length to guide the eye. The right framing, however, acts almost like a natural, invisible filter. It highlights your beautiful cheekbones, softly drapes over fine lines around the mouth, and draws attention back up to your bright eyes. It is the difference between a curtain that blocks the light and one that gently filters it. And here is the surprising part that gives so much hope. These layers do not need to be dramatic, choppy, or fashion-forward. Even the smallest adjustment, just an inch of graduation around the front, can create a visible lift that changes your entire expression. You do not need a new haircut, you just need a smarter one. But if you think that is powerful, wait until you hear the next mistake. Because this one is something almost everyone is doing daily, every morning, without even noticing, and it is quietly sabotaging every other effort you make. 5. The parting mistake that changes everything. Your hair part might seem like the smallest, most insignificant detail of your entire appearance. But in reality, it has a massive, undeniable impact on how young or old you appear to the world. A strict, severe middle part or the exact same fixed side part you have worn for 20 years can actually emphasize thinning hair, flatten your roots against the scalp, and make your entire face look more rigid, unsymmetrical, and tired. What most people never realize is that your part directly controls volume, visual balance, and even the perception of facial symmetry. Think of your part as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is off, everything else looks unstable. A slightly off-center part or a softer, more natural, slightly zigzagged part can instantly add lift at the roots and create a more relaxed, approachable, youthful look. It breaks the harshness of a straight line and adds dimension exactly where you need it most, at the top of your head. Simply changing which side your hair falls on can open up your face, lift a drooping eyebrow, and even make your eyes appear larger. And here is the key insight that changes everything. Sometimes the smallest, cheapest, fastest changes create the biggest, most visible transformations. You do not need to spend money or sit in a salon chair. You just need a mirror and a few seconds of experimentation. But we are just getting started, because the next mistake is something many women genuinely believe is actually helping them look younger, when in reality, it is doing the exact opposite, draining color from their face and adding harshness to their features. 6. The too dark hair color mistake. Many women hold a deep belief that darker, richer hair color makes them look more dramatic, more youthful, and more striking. But after a certain age, especially past 65, the opposite is almost always true. Very dark, intense shades, especially harsh blacks, deep espresso browns, or blue-black tones, can create an extremely strong, unforgiving contrast against aging skin. Instead of enhancing your natural beauty, these dark shades highlight every fine line, every shadow, every uneven patch of pigmentation. The result is a look that feels heavier, more severe, and frankly older. But here is the hidden insight that transforms everything. The solution is not about going extremely light or blonde. It is about going softer. Warm, honeyed tones, subtle caramel highlights, or even just slightly lighter shades concentrated around your face can instantly brighten your entire appearance. They reflect natural light like a soft filter, gently blurring imperfections and bringing a natural, healthy glow back to your skin. Think of hair color not as pigment, but as light. You want your hair to bounce photons onto your face, not absorb them away. The right color should make your skin look rested and radiant, not washed out or severe. And yet, even with the most perfect color in the world, there is another mistake that can quietly, invisibly undo all of your hard work. Something related to how your hair moves, or tragically, does not move at all. This brings us to the mistake that almost no one talks about, yet it impacts every woman over 65. 7. The lack of movement, the most overlooked aging factor. This is the mistake almost no stylist talks about on camera, yet it is one of the single biggest reasons why perfectly good hair looks aging and tired. I am talking about hair without movement. Whether your hair is too straight, too heavy, too thickly cut, or overly controlled with product, a static, lifeless appearance robs you of energy. Hair that does not move does not catch light. It does not shift naturally when you turn your head. It lacks that soft, breezy, energetic quality that we subconsciously associate with youth, vitality, and health. What is truly fascinating is this: movement does not require curls, perms, or complicated styling routines. You do not need to spend hours with hot tools. Even the slightest texture, a few well-placed layers, or a gentle, soft bend at the ends can create beautiful dimension. Movement allows your hair to reflect light differently from every angle, adding depth, shine, and vitality to your overall look. It tricks the eye into seeing more volume and more life. In so many cases, the problem is not the cut or the color that is aging you. It is simply the absence of motion. When your hair moves, you look alive. When it sits still, you look staged. And there is a profound difference between the two. But here is where it gets even more surprising. Sometimes, the real problem is not what you are actively doing to your hair. It is what you have stopped doing anymore. It is the slow drift of neglect that feels harmless, but accumulates into a very visible problem over time. 8. Neglecting regular trims and shape maintenance. Over time, as life gets busy and priorities shift, it becomes very easy to stretch the time between professional trims. It feels harmless. It even feels practical and budget-conscious. But this small, creeping habit can quietly age your entire appearance more than almost any other mistake on this list. As your hair grows out, it inevitably loses its intended structure. Ends become uneven, frayed, and translucent. The beautiful shape your stylist created disappears into a formless blob. What once looked intentional, polished, and chic slowly starts to feel unkempt, tired, and neglected. And here is the key detail that most women miss entirely. This is not about length. It is about shape. A well-maintained haircut, even if it is exactly the same style you have worn for 10 years, always looks more polished, more refined, more expensive, and ultimately more youthful than a longer, shapeless version of itself. Regular trims do not just remove split ends or damage. They restore purpose, architecture, and intention to your hairstyle. They tell the world that you care about the details. Think of it like a beautiful garden. Without regular pruning, even the most elegant plants become overgrown and messy. The same is true for your hair. But even with a perfect cut, fresh color, and healthy ends, there is one final visual factor that can completely change how your face is perceived, and it is something you look at every single day in the mirror without truly seeing it. 9. Ignoring volume at the crown. If there is one single area on your head that holds the power to instantly lift your entire look, your face, your posture, your energy, it is the crown. The crown is the highest point of your head, and it acts as the visual anchor for your whole silhouette. Flatness at the top of your head creates an undeniable downward visual pull. It shortens the appearance of your face, reduces structural support, and subtly, sneakily emphasizes sagging in the lower face and neck. It makes you look shorter, heavier, and more compressed. But when there is even a slight, gentle lift at the crown, everything changes instantly. Your face appears more elongated and elegant. Your posture looks more confident. Your overall presence feels more energized and awake. This is not magic, it is simple geometry. A higher visual point draws the eye upward, away from jowls and neck bands, toward your eyes and smile. The secret to achieving this is not old-fashioned teasing, backcombing, or stiff hairspray. It is gentle, natural, modern elevation. A little bit of root lift, a change in drying direction, or a volumizing product in just that one zone can transform your entire silhouette. You do not need a bouffant or a beehive. You just need a whisper of height. And now we arrive at the final mistake, the one that ties all of these lessons together, and often goes completely unnoticed because it feels like loyalty rather than a trap. 10. Holding on to outdated styles for too long. This is perhaps the most emotional, tender mistake of them all. We hold on to certain hairstyles because they feel familiar, comfortable, safe. They have been part of our identity for years, sometimes for decades. They carry memories of compliments, of feeling beautiful, of specific eras of our lives. But here is the difficult truth that many do not want to hear. A style that once suited you perfectly, that once made you feel radiant, may no longer reflect who you are today. Our faces change. Our hair changes. Our lives change. Outdated styles do not just add years to your appearance. They freeze you in time. They make you look like you are trying to live in a past decade rather than thriving in the present. And the world notices that disconnect before you even speak. But please hear this clearly. The goal is never to chase trendy, teenage styles or completely abandon who you are. The goal is to evolve, to gently, gracefully allow your look to grow with you. Even the smallest updates, softer layers around the face, a slight shift in length, a more modern texture, a warmer color, can bring your entire appearance back to vibrant life. You are not throwing away your identity. You are simply removing the dust from a masterpiece. And when you combine this final evolution with everything you have learned in the previous 9 mistakes, the transformation is not just visible. It is remarkable. It is liberating. It is you finally looking like you feel. Now, I want you to pause and imagine something for a moment. What if the real difference between looking older and looking refreshed was never about drastic, expensive changes, painful treatments, or complicated daily routines? What if it was simply about understanding these small, hidden details, the subtle visual cues that most people overlook every single day, yet shape every first impression you make? The truth is profoundly simple. Your hair has the quiet power to either slowly, steadily age you, or to gently, beautifully bring back a softer, more energetic, more youthful version of the woman you still feel like inside. And the absolute best part of this entire video is this. Every single mistake you have seen today is completely easily fixable. You do not need to change everything overnight. You do not need to rush to a salon and chop off all your hair. Even one small adjustment, a different part, a little more movement, a softer color around your face, can begin to shift how you see yourself in that mirror. And when your own perception shifts, the world's perception shifts with you. So take a deep breath. Reflect quietly on what stood out to you the most today, and simply start there. Because sometimes, looking younger is not about desperately trying to turn back time. It is about finally seeing what has been working against you all along, and having the quiet courage to choose differently, starting today. If you found this video helpful, please stay with us here on Timeless Wisdom Path, your home for elegance, confidence, and the timeless truth that beauty at any age is always within your reach. Subscribe, join our community, and never stop becoming the most radiant version of yourself.